I love it, bro. Now guys, today on the channel, we have got a VF SS manual, but this isn't your typical one with the LS3. This thing, she's making over 500 kilowatts, and she's got a Procharger. So something very unique and different that we haven't seen on the channel yet. And we're gonna introduce the owner. So we've got Edward here. Thanks, man, for coming down.
No
and
worries.
yeah, your VF Procharged, like making some decent power, man, for the street. Like,
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's still the stock LS3 motor, bottom end. So it's got the full exhaust, upgraded brakes, and obviously, as you can see, the Procharger P1X.
Yep.
That was actually imported straight from the States,
Cool.
America. And it's obviously got the cam and everything to match.
Nice.
Other than that, everything else is stock.
Yeah, so it's got a good
good on
package
the
though.
street,
Yeah, it's got a good package to it. And yeah, it is cool that this is from the States, because obviously in the US they did get the Chevy SS, which was, you know, essentially this car. So
Yep.
it's cool to see that some of that tech is coming to Australia now. Like,
Yep.
so I'm actually pretty keen to see how this goes. I've been in a couple ProCharge cars before, but not in an LS3 VF. So yeah, how about we fire this thing up, Edward, and we'll let's hit on the road. Edward, man, dude, she gets up, she goes.
It looks up alright. Yeah, nice with traction control on.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I love the fact you've been different with this and you went ProCharge, because
Yeah.
you know, so many guys, they'll just put a
Something
supercharger on, or
yeah.
they'll just, you know, big
Yeah, I mean,
cam or leave it.
Yeah.
It's cool that you've gone something else. It operates, guys, like a turbo, essentially.
That's right, yeah.
So
It's got boost, but it multiplies as the RPM goes up, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So sort of very much like a turbo. It's very, feels like NA power at the beginning, and then when you sort of get to that, you know, 3-4-ish RPM,
It keeps it doesn't want to stop. That's how it
it
works.
just starts pulling harder and harder like
That's
a
what it
turbo would.
multiplies,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's a cool delivery of power. Yeah, when you're up on those RPMs, it's got instant torque, doesn't it? It really does, eh?
You can feel the difference, eh?
Absolutely. Because, again, Edward, we're making 500 kilowatt.
Just over 500.
Just over 500 kilowatt. And, again, for a street car with a manual, you know, kid seats in the back,
Family.
family car, what I'm talking about, you know, he gets it. It's so cool to see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she got legs, dude. For a street car, absolutely plenty, eh? That's it, bro. Wow. Was that third or second?
Third.
Wow.
Second to third.
Second, yeah, I mean, I was like second and into third. That was, it's got legs, dude.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 gears, yeah.
Wow.
The whole time you heard me, it wasn't even full throttle.
Dude, she lights up, dude, yeah.
You wouldn't think that from that little 8 psi.
Yeah, that's all it's running, eh? 8 psi, is it?
Only 8 pounds of
Wow,
boost,
which
yeah.
is really not much
That's
at all.
nothing, yeah. That's why it's not much pressure on the motor just yet.
And over 500 kilowatt, yeah, that's big power. In horsepower, what's that? I gotta think about it again.
just
That's,
over 700.
wow.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
With a manual, still got all the luxury daily control, aircon, infotainment, like. Yo. Yeah, man's got hands too. Like, yeah, this is cool, man.
That's the only downside with the Procharger. You got to be real quick with shifting, otherwise you lose the boost.
Yeah, it is.
That's why if you notice me shifting real quick.
Yeah, I did. I noticed
I don't
that.
wanna
You're
lose
going
that
very
boost.
quick. Wow. It's
It's probably the same with the turbo.
a pretty sweet package, isn't it, this thing? Now, I'm gonna ask you, cost-wise, is it a really expensive?
It's not cheap.
I was gonna say it still wouldn't be cheap because it's from America.
That's right. The US exchange.
Yeah, that as well. The Aussie dollar isn't that great at the moment, is it, versus US? It's interesting too because I've got to compare this thing to, like, should someone go Supercharger or someone go Procharger, like the differences in that. It's really cool, I think, for somebody. Hey, and he's got the big brakes, which you definitely need.
I'm not worried about stopping, yeah.
You got the big walking shop brakes, bro, which, oh yeah, you know, you got to be able to stop this beast. And wow, but for somebody who wants that daily ability,
Can we go that way?
yeah, we can go down that way as well.
Yeah.
For somebody who wants that daily ability and that real aggressive pull on track or you know, at the drags or something, this is a pretty good option.
It's got a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's got,
you know,
it's got this the suspension as well. It's got
the coilovers
the bushes
on here
and everything. The coilovers,
Yep.
the bushes upgraded and all that.
And
So it's planted on the ground pretty good too. So.
this is the thing, guys. Again, I'm saying it for the guys who they're worried about daily ability with a supercharger or a turbo. You know, they don't want to have the crazy fuel bill and all this stuff. Where you go this route, if you just drive it casually,
Like I mentioned to you, the extra economy is the same.
that's it. You know what I mean? You're actually not putting any strain on. You're not actually. So it's actually a perfect setup for that guy who only wants to do, you know, a couple track days or every now and then get on it.
Yeah.
Where if he likes to just keep it as a nice cruiser, not too much strain, it's probably the best option, to be honest. Now guys, we're gonna do the 0 to 100 powered by C-Tech. And look, I don't really know what this thing's gonna do. It's gonna be pretty interesting. So we're gonna reset the draggy and yeah, we're gonna have a crack. So let's come to a full stop. Good to go. Yep. That's it. Yo, I'm gonna say
Traction didn't help at all.
still not a bad time considering I felt the car shudder.
Halfway there.
I did feel the car shudder at the beginning, and then we still got a 5.2.
That's shit.
That's
No,
good.
I'm joking, yeah.
Yo,
Considering I was slipping halfway there.
let me tell you though, on the street with 500 kilowatt manual,
Yeah.
that is a healthy time. That really is a healthy time, man. And now, Edward, it's time for the wiper test. So you got to pull back on your stock. Let's see the jets. Let's see your wipers go.
There's no water. I'm not joking. I'm not you. I'll prove it to you.
Bro, what's going on?
That's courtesy of ProCharger.
Oh, well, man.
No, honestly,
Hey.
it's got a small cylinder.
That's all good. Hey, he doesn't take this thing out in the rain, obviously. But guys, if you want the best wipers, make sure you click the link down below. Use my code ROSS15 off. Get yourself some WiperTech wipers. But yeah, Edward's definitely got to not go out in the rain. This thing's a bit sketch, isn't it?
I'll just wipe the water off. Not so much
Yeah, all good, bro. All right, guys, now in the driver's seat. And Edward, we got a little bit of a gift for you. Obviously, you might daily this thing. I don't know if you do, but
No, it literally does.
it's we got a C-Tech battery charger for you. So C-Tech's been sponsoring us throughout this trip. And obviously, if the car's just in your garage for a while,
Yep.
just leave it hooked up. It's a trickle charger.
Thanks, mate.
And yeah, never have a flat battery, no battery issues. We go away for a holiday or anything, car starts up every time. And so yeah,
No
huge
worries.
thanks to
Awesome.
C-Tech. Link for them down below. And yeah, let's suss out the Procharged VF SS, man. This thing's pretty cool. Anything under sort of 4,000 RPM, it really kind of drives like
Stock.
your VF SS that you'd be used to. which isn't a bad thing already. You know, these things straight out the bag, they were a great engine, great car, and it's got that top end grunt now. You know what I mean? That's the cool thing. It's really cool to see this thing, man. Really nice throttle response. You flip it a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm just taking it easy, and it's like, wow. It's got that really nice response to it. It just feels.
RPMs,
yeah, listen to that. That's what you want, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a good time. And then just, yeah, the throttle response is brilliant in this thing, bro. Like, I'm not as quick shifting as you, I think, but it's so good. Like, and it's just plenty. It's plenty, man. Honestly, it's a lot. Oh, I love this thing, dude. Guys, again, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. It's how I get to travel around, meet the owners, and see cool builds like this. Because again, this is the first one we've had on the channel, and it's really interesting. Drives so different to a lot of the other ones we've been in. And even, you know, the great thing about the VF was it was still a pretty good handling car. You know, it's a heavy car, it's a big car, obviously, it's a big sedan, but, you know, especially when you have some coilovers, you got the big brakes on this one, you know, you can really still carve up a back road in this thing. And
oh, it does stick.
It sticks, yeah. And again, just making music, working the 3 pedals, it's, yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, unfortunately. And then you just feel it continue, like, after that 4,000. Yeah, it's cool. Wow.
It's a different type of feeling, yeah.
It makes a great sound too, man, I gotta say, like.
You love it.
I love it, bro.
You can tell by the smile on your face.
And just listen to that on the D-cell. This is what, you know, really makes a fantastic car in my book, is just, you know, it's got that practicality, but it's still got that holy crap as well. You know what I mean? And there's no different tunes, there's no different, you don't have to put it in any sport mode or this thing. It's just on tap when you want to go. And yeah, just driver skill in this thing, really. And, you know, it's...
Especially being a manual, yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta get those shifts on point.
Absolutely. And I like the fact that when you just want to cruise it, it just goes basically back to, you know, an NA standard LS3 almost. You know, it's got that very cool dual personality that you can run with it. Now, guys, look, we're gonna finish the video off here today. So, Edward, again,
thanks, man.
Thank you so much for bringing the car down. And I gotta say, seeing this VF SS, you know, with the LS3 with a Procharger, I actually really like it. I actually really rate this setup because, yeah, again, it's really dailyable. And I think for the guys that, you know, need to use the car more often, or they want to get in and drive it more often, but they don't want to have all that boost and all that power just constantly there. It's like this, under 4,000 RPM, and you're just cruising like any other VF, really. And when you're on it, it's going. So this is really cool. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and as always, we'll see you on that next one.